Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today a lot of new Trollhunters Rise of the Titans posters and images have been revealed and we're going to break them down. And I can't stress this enough, spoiler alert. I'm not entirely sure if those were supposed to be released today. The way to find them is turn your Netflix into other languages and try different Netflix profiles. The spoilers here are not that heavy, you're not going to see a character die or something. But there are some spoilers here, and I would suggest, if you don't want to know anything about the movie, leaving the video. So let's get right into it. Also, spoiler alert for all three Tales of Arcadia chapters. As always, let's begin. The first image is this one, and if you see different languages and all that stuff is that I mentioned, you can't find posters on English. So yeah, different languages to find the posters it is. The first image is this one here, and we see Charlie, and Charlie has been confirmed to be in the movie, when the movie was revealed, last summer, I think. Yeah, August 7 in the Wizards premiere. And we see him flying over that big city, which we're going to see in Rise of the Titans. We see a lot of clips from the city in the trailer, and Claire and Blinky are riding him. And this is interesting because we haven't exactly seen what actually Charlie can do. We know that he is powerful because his flames he seemed to be a lot powerful in the one Wizards episode we saw him in, Wizards episode 9. And here we can see him flying over the city, which is probably where the Arcadian robot versus the Fire Titan fight is going to take place. So he's probably helping, and yeah, Charlie would be helpful because he's a lot bigger than most of the characters, and he can help here. So I can't exactly see something really that interesting besides the fact that we see Charlie here and no Archie. None of the pictures that I'm going to show include Archie. So yeah, that's another clue to the things that I said, that Archie is not in the trailer, Archie is not in the pictures, Archie is nowhere. So I'm still supporting my theory that Archie could die in the movie. And as I've said in the past, there is a video coming analyzing who will die in the movie, and I'm going to analyze this a lot. So the next picture appearing is this one, and this one is from Wizards. This is a frame from Wizards. It's where the Arcane Order with Nari still in it, watching the Battle of Killahead before they interfere and kill Arthur. So yeah, nothing new here. I'm not sure why they included this, but yeah, this is definitely from Wizards. The next one is this, and we can see Jim here, and Jim has fire around him, but this is actually one of those cases where Netflix posters are just edits, are not actual frames from the movie. And this is one of them. This is the clip from the metro fight, the train fight with Belrock, and cropped off Jim and edited into this picture, which I'm going to break down later. The next picture is this one. This one could be from the movie. It's the same scenery from that clip with Aja and Jim holding the amulet in his hands from the trailer, but this is a shot further down, so you can see kind of the floor, and this looks to me like train station now that I'm looking at it, or it could be Camelot getting rebuilt or something. So yeah, nothing that interesting here besides the fact that that our basic Trollhunters trio looks kind of scared. So maybe the Arcane Order, Belrock and Skrell, or some Titan is attacking Camelot. Next picture is definitely an edit one. I don't think anything in this picture is actually real. We can see Jim, Duxie, Asa and Arg in a frozen environment, so probably close to the Ice Titan, but I'm telling you, this isn't real. Look at Aja, it's that shot from the trailer. This is definitely cropped out characters and edited here. The next one, we can see Blinky, Duxie, and Claire, like in a not forest exactly, but it's a place with trees. And this is probably Arcadia. This is probably where Jim picked up Excalibur. And I don't think there is something that interesting to look here. This is probably just from that scene we saw in the trailer with Jim picking up the Excalibur. And we can see it pretty clearly in the trailer. So yeah, nothing that interesting here. The next one is with Toby, and he's like at a brick wall. And this I connected to a picture that got revealed yesterday in Netflix's Tumblr with Toby in prison, like getting arrested for the third time. Which one is it? Yeah, third time. And this is pretty funny because when I first saw the picture, I didn't think it was completely real, like maybe promotional material, and I'm still not entirely convinced. But this poster like ties up with it. Toby here doesn't have the helmet. So yeah, that's a detail. What could Toby be arrested for? Like maybe fighting in the city, like maybe they thought he was fighting with the Titan, like being fiery one, the Warhammer, or something like that. But I'm pretty sure that the Arcadia police is like going to get him out because the Arcadia knows he's like a troll hunter. They saw him fight in like the Eternal Night, like a lot of times in 3 Below and the final battle with Morando. I don't think like Trollhunters versus humans, like the police or the army, is going to be a big thing in the movie because it's not like a whole season. You can't analyze things so much. You have only a movie, so I don't think this is going to be like a main theme. Like maybe like a side story, like keep up for 10 minutes or something, not that long. The next picture is like the most interesting. We see Jim definitely because he has the beaten down arm from Balrog in that metro fight, holding the amulet like from the backside where the stones get in, and we can see every character like here, like looking at it. I don't think like the scenery from the behind, you can maybe think this is in Arcadia where he picks up Excalibur, but I don't think this is Arcadia. I believe this could be exactly after the battle in that metro, because he doesn't have his hand like on bandages, or like he looks like he was just beaten up by Balrog. So yeah, I think this is where the amulet was first built, and I'm going to have another video speculating how the new amulet was built, and like showing how I think this will work out with the new amulet. But here we can see the backside of it. Maybe they want to put a stone in because this is where you put the stones inside, but I don't know what stone you'd want to put in. Like I have a theory, but I'm not entirely sure. We can see that like in front amulet picture that we got from that poster. Not 100% sure this is official. No, it's probably official because it was on the Netflix Tumblr again, but maybe this is not a finished amulet. It looks kind of blank to me. So yeah, I'm going to speculate a bit more about that in a future video. The next one is pretty interesting. We have Duxie and Nari like standing on the ground in that hill which they were like fighting, and this I believe could be a like Nari sacrifice, or Nari trying to connect with the Titan. Something Nari is going to do because Nari seems very disturbed, and this could be like Duxie and Nari creating like that orb, like the green orb we see in the trailers and in a like next picture. And I think this is a very possible theory that the orb is Nari, and like Nari like gave her life, like sacrificed herself in order to have an orb with her powers, like in order to try to control the Titan or like kill him. And there is a lot of speculation around that, but I still don't believe this is a Heart of Avalon like a lot of people are saying. I don't think it's a Heart of Avalon. Next up, we see that green orb. This is definitely an edit for me. I don't think this is real. Like, there is no way. It looks way too fake or way too edited to be real. We can see Jim, Blinky, Toby, Duxie, and Claire in that big city once more. The city looks kind of more frozen this time, so maybe the Ice Titan is attacking the city, and Blinky is holding the green thing, like using it this time. So yeah, this could probably confirms that when we see in the trailer Jim, Claire, and Toby and Blinky like coming out of that like yellow portal, and Claire hugging Jim, and we saw, and I speculated that Blinky is holding like a green thing. This is probably what he was holding, the green like orb. But yeah, I still don't think it's a Heart of Avalon. Next up, we see Jim and Claire in front of like the new troll market or whatever this is. We saw that in the teaser's last date announcement trailer, and I think this is an edit as well. It looks kind of fake. I don't know. Like it looks like it's blurry and the characters don't exactly fit in as much. So I don't think there is something new here. Next up, we see Claire and sees at that train fight. So this is our first clue that Claire is in the train fight as well. We can see that from like the handles on the back. And I actually believe this is a real picture. This is not an edit. And this is probably because Claire would come to like help Jim fight Balrog. And we can see here once more what I've been saying for the past year, that Claire is so powerful this time, like so powerful. And she's going to be the key to defeat the Titans, I believe. Like Claire is a way too important character in this movie. Next up, we see the picture that I have been talking about, that it's like from the behind of like Jim, and we can see that Balrog is like attacking Jim. This is probably on top of the Titan. Like I don't think this is an edit. We can see the Heartstone on the back in Arcadia. We saw a lot of shots like that in the trailer, and like Balrog has captured Jim in like a bubble, like floating in the air. And this is probably where Jim is going to first activate the amulet. Like he can see that he clearly cannot just beat up Balrog like that, and he has to connect like the amulet and like Excalibur, and he has to generally become that master troll hunter again and believe in himself in order to defeat Balrog. Next, we can see Skrell and his Ice Titan. This is an edit, definitely. Like Skrell is not that big, of course, but it's a really nice picture. And this is the first time we actually see Skrell like standing in front, like showing up. Actually, we saw him in the trailers like standing in the background. Maybe you had to pause like in some frames in order to find Skrell, but yeah, this is pretty interesting and I like that he's here. Next up, we see Claire and Jim like in Camelot. We saw a similar thing like going on in the trailer, so yeah, that's probably the same scene. I think here we can see like Jim being a lot more beat up, like you can see in his forehead. So this is probably or after the Metro fight or before the Arcadia fight, like with the Titan, where they're going to run onto him. Next up, we can see the Fire Titan like over the swamp. This is the exact same frame we saw in the trailer, like in the beginning. So yeah, those are all of the pictures that I could find. As I mentioned, Archie is in none of those pictures, and I'm going to break down a lot about Archie in that Who Will Die video. Like, subscribe and turn on the notifications to be notified about that video. And something else I wanted to mention, in the past few days Netflix changed the running time of Rise of the Titans from 1 hour and 44 minutes to 1 hour and 45 minutes, and today Netflix changed it to 1 hour and 46 minutes. So in my belief, I think this is like deleted scenes like being added, like changing things, and this officially makes Trollhunters Rise of the Titans the biggest movie DreamWorks has ever produced. Up till now it was How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World, which was 1 hour and 44 minutes, and we thought like Rise of the Titans is going to be exactly the same, like 1 hour and 44 minutes, but now with those extra 2 minutes being added to the movie, it's officially the biggest DreamWorks movie. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe and hit that notification bell in order to be notified. As I said, I think that a lot of videos are coming with a lot of theories and you don't want to miss them. And thank you for watching again. I will see you all next time.